Now let's work on version C, example 3, version C. So version C is similar to version A and B. So in version A, we can only hire 4-hour shifts. And in version B, we can only do 3-hour shift. In version C, it's more flexible. You can hire either 4-hour or 3-hour or do a combination. So I'll give it more flexibility. You can let people work 4 hours or you can let some other people work 3 hours. So let's work on this. First of all, for column E, it's exactly the same as version A and version B. That's why I just copy paste. So you can copy paste as well, exactly the same. So column E shows the number of part-time employees we need to hire for each hour. Now we look at the second half of the table. Now I have 2 green areas. The first green area deals with 4-hour shifts. So these are all the listed possible 4-hour shifts. These are 3-hour shifts. So we need to determine how many people we can hire for each possible shift, either 4-hour or 3-hour. So now let's work on column F. The most difficult column to fill is the column F. It's a little bit tedious. You really have to look at both type of shifts to make sure we include all the shift that covers each hour. So let's start with the first hour from 11 to 12. So look at all these possible shifts, 4-hour or 3-hour. So which shift cover the hour from 11 to 12? So this one from 11 to 3. And this is the only 4-hour shift that covers the hour from 11 to 12. Plus this one. This is the only 3-hour shift that covers the period from 11 to 12. So we add them together. So this number shows the total number of people available from 11 to 12. For second time period from 12 to 1, first of all, let's look at the 4-hour shift. So which 4-hour shift to cover the period from 12 to 1? So first one plus the second one. What about a 3-hour shift? A 3-hour shift will be 11 to 2 plus 12 to 3. Next one from 1 to 2. Which one covers the 1 to 2? If you look at 4-hour shift, the first one, the second one, plus the third one, 1 to 2. If you look at 3-hour shift, the first one, plus the second one, plus the third one, 1 to 2. What about 2 to 3? 2 to 3, 4-hour shift. First one, second one, third one, the fourth one. So all these 4-hour shifts cover the period from 2 to 3. Plus those 3-hour shift will be this one, 2 to 3, plus 1 to 4, plus 2 to 5. So these altogether I have 7 shifts that covers period from 2 to 3. Next one. So I have 4 4-hour shifts plus 3 3-hour shift to cover the period from 3 to 4. Next one. Again, I have 4 4-hour shift plus 3 3-hour shifts. That goes from 4 to 5. Next one. Next one. So these are all the time period that covers the period from 6 to 7. Next, from 7 to 8. So you make sure you select the right shifts. So which one covers the period from 7 to 8? If you look at the 4-hour shift, the 4 to 8, that covers 7 to 8, plus 5 to 9, plus 6 to 10. So 6 to 10 covers 7 to 8 as well. If you look at 3-hour shift, so which 3-hour shift covers the period from 7 to 8? 7 to 8, I have 5 to 8, plus 6 to 9, plus 7 to 10. So altogether, I have 6 shifts that covers period from 7 to 8. So what about 8 to 9? Which one covers 8 to 9? So 5 to 9, 6 to 10, that covers 8 to 9. Plus 6 to 9, 7 to 10. The last one, 9 to 10, 6 to 10, plus 7 to 10. 2 shifts. So once you fill the column F, we can calculate the total number of people we hire for 4-hour shift and for 3-hour shift. So total number of people we need to hire for 4-hour shift is the sum of all these numbers. These are all the possible 4-hour shifts. Sum up, that's the total number of people we need to hire. For 3-hour shift, we do the same thing. We sum up all these numbers. That tells us how many people we need to hire to cover 3-hour shift. Now, the last thing we need to fill is about the total pay. So based on the number of people we hire for 3-hour shift, 4-hour shift, what is the total pay? What is the labor cost per day? First of all, let's look at 4-hour shift. This number, H10, represents the total number of people we hire for 4-hour shifts. Each of those people work 4 hours a day, and they're getting paid for $7.50 per hour. So that is total pay for 4-hour shift. Plus, this number is the total number of people we need to hire for 3-hour shift. So each of them work 3 hours a day, and we pay them $7.50. So this total amount is the total pay. The company, that's the labor cost for the company. Now we have the entire table filled. The only difference is when you fill column F, you need to be really, really careful. Make sure you choose the right shift that covers each period. So once you have the table filled, we can use Solver. So click Solver, Objective, pretty obvious, total pay. We want to minimize it. Decision variable. This is a little bit different compared to version A and version B. In version A and version B, the decision variables stay together. It's only one zone. It's one area. But here, if in version C, we see there are 2 areas. Okay, this is decision variable. This is another set of decision variable. They are not connected. So how do we select them together? How do we select them? So if you have 2 areas, we can do the first area. Choose the first area, and then put a comma in between. Then choose the second area. That's how we choose all the decision variables. So if you see some other examples, well, the decision variables are not connected, you can use a comma to separate them. So make sure you have a comma in between. Constraint, that's the same. Column F, which is the number of people we hire for each period, has to be greater than or equal to the number of people we need in each period. Okay, we're talking about part-time employees. So that's the only constraint. Before we solve it, we make sure we choose Simplex LP. Again, this is a linear problem. Then we can click Solve. So Solve found a solution. I click OK. So that is the solution. So if you look at solution, we can see we're going to hire 6 people to cover a 4-hour shift from 6 to 10. So we'll use only one time shift, one 4-hour shift. Then we're going to hire 8 people working from 11 to 2, 3-hour shift. 1 people working from 1 to 4, 3-hour shift. 1 people working from 3 to 6, and 4 people working from 5 to 8. So in total, we're going to hire 6 people for 4-hour shift and 14 people for 3-hour shift, 20 people altogether. So the total labor cost is $495. If you compare this number with the number we got for version A and version B, you can see this number is much lower. The reason why this number is much lower is because in version C, we have more flexibility. So in version A, we can only hire 4-hour shift. In version B, we can only hire 3-hour shift. But in version C, we are given the opportunity to hire either 4-hour shift or 3-hour shift or any combination. So we're given more flexibility. That's why the total labor cost is lowest.